Hello, my name is Todd Durkin, and welcome to Garage Clips, part of EFI Sports Medicine's Gravity Clubhouse series. Today we're going to be doing variations from our Hurricane series, Hurricane number 4. In this, we're going to be using a lot of the Power Tower. I'm really excited to get started to show you some variations, some different exercises that you can use to continue getting great results with your clients. Today we're going to have Nicole, our beautiful fitness model, come in and help us out with the different exercises. And let's get started, Nicole. You ready to rock and roll?
Ready.
So what we're going to do with the first exercise in the Garage Clips in Hurricane number 4, if you're looking at your manual, you're going to see a lot of different GTS and Power Tower moves. Notice she grabbed the handles. The pulley is attached to the glide board. She anchored down, and we're going to start with kneeling shoulder extensions. Now, just so you know, the first exercise that you see there are surfer lat pulls. I love surfer lat pulls. It warms up the lats. It warms up the back. Right after surfer lat pulls, you may want to insert kneeling shoulder extensions because it's really going to work on the posture. Really going to work on squeezing, pinching those shoulder blades back, which is going to help improve posture. As we do this here, notice Nicole is in the kneeling, the low kneeling position. If she wanted to make it more challenging, she could certainly raise on up into the high kneeling position where she's again really pinching it back. This does also involve some tricep development. So you got rhomboids, posterior deltoids, some triceps. Nicole, you're starting to feel it.
Oh, yeah.
If I want to make it more challenging, I could lower or raise it. Do you prefer me going down and up?
A little lower.
Lower. That means it's a little challenging right there, which is good. We want to challenge on that. So the kneeling shoulder extensions are a great exercise to really work on that backside variation. Can you just show me the quick surfer lat pulls? Okay. As she goes surfer lat pulls, the combination once again back and forth, we would go right from surfer lat pulls right on into that kneeling shoulder extension. Nice job with that, Nicole. Excellent job on that one. Feel that between those blades? Great stuff. Now, along with that, we're already in the kneeling position. Let's continue with our low rows first. So, from the low kneeling or high kneeling, take your choice. We're going with a low row. I am after today, in this Garage Clip, on really working this back. Our clients need to work on that back side. Notice Nicole here is going low. She went high in the low row position, rowing down a little bit lower than the chest, pinching the shoulder blades back. If she wanted to make this more challenging and I want to increase her more, what can we do? We can certainly go with 2 handles in one hand if we wanted to make it really, really challenging. And she's going to add a rotational component, okay, back and forth. Both handles are in one hand, and she's rowing, okay, back and forth. If she wants to bring it up and start to work on that rotation, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now imagine right now she's a tennis player. She's a volleyball player that's actually working on getting some rotation. If I wanted to be nice and add a medicine ball because she likes really working on that with increased weight, great core strength as well. Say with that core strength, I'm working the backside, beautiful rotation here in the back. The core of the obliques is working. She has that rotation. If I really want to make it sport specific, she could bring that ball up nice and high as like she was throwing the ball, whatever it may be, or pushing the ball. Okay, so if it's a tennis player, volleyball player, basketball player, a baseball pitcher, great job on that. Starting to feel a little burn on that?
Yeah.
So we have the combination. I'm going to take this medicine ball away here, and as she holds down, the combination of that low row back and forth, and then she's going to come into the high kneeling position, back and forth. And lastly, she added the handles into one hand and add that rotation. Really, really nice job as she added that rotation for the core strength. And that oblique is really, really working. And you know it, your clients always want to work on those obliques and the love handles. So this is a great job with Nicole doing that. Now, Nicole, let's also show the variation with more of the upright row position.
Okay.
So I'm going to add a little bit of incline.
Crank her up.
That makes it more challenging. So here with the upright row, she's now bringing it more toward her shoulders. She's still working the back side. All of these movements, by the way, I'm looking for about 10 to 15 repetitions for each one. That's our key, is we're trying to add some variation, get the volume so we can feel the burn. We can increase the intensity by the incline. The higher the incline, the more challenge it's going to be on that low row and now upright row. And you could still, to make it more challenging, go one at a time. Oh, that's tough. Okay, add that rotation back and forth. Notice the smile on her face as she comes toward the camera and smile back and forth. Very good on that upright row. Great job, Nicole, on that. So take your choice. Any of those movements are variations to really focus on this backside, which we have to make sure we get that. So in the Hurricane number 4 now that you have, you see we had surfer lat pulls. We went right into tricep kickbacks and bicep curls. In this garage clip, I really want to make sure we're getting between those shoulder blades enough so that our clients improve their posture and improve their performance on that. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to work one more between the shoulder blade exercise. It's called the reverse fly. Now, you could do this from the seated position or the kneeling position. Okay, right now Nicole is in the low kneeling seated position. Notice I brought that incline way down because this is going to really isolate between the shoulder blades. As she comes into the higher position, it's more challenging. How is the incline this? Is it a good challenge? Pretty good. Bring it up a little bit. Now, this here, she's holding onto the handles in a regular position. We got it in position number 2 on that, and that's pretty good because we can really feel the backside shoulders. Now, Nicole, if you can anchor that down for a moment, I want to have her crisscross the handles. And what does the crisscrossing do? It really allows us to isolate the beginning range of motion. So when she starts here, she gets a wonderful stretch behind the shoulder blades, and that actual beginning of the range of motion is going to really focus on that area. As she crisscrosses her hands as best she can, she's going to get a nice stretch behind the shoulders and pinch. You can notice those pinching behind the blades. I've talked about it before. Our young athletes, our weekend warriors, must protect the lower back. Keep it low. Keep the incline low, and then bring the incline up to make it more challenging. 10 to 15 repetitions here is typically plenty to really work the backside rhomboids and posterior deltoid shoulder blades. Gets a little bit of triceps as well.
20.
Nice, nice. How you feeling? Getting a burn? Good incline there?
Yeah.
So she crisscrossed the handles on that. A little more challenging, but going to work the beginning range of motion to really isolate those backside shoulders. And again, we can't have our clients work the backside enough. 2 to 1 should be the ratio of backside to front side exercises. 2 to 1. Remember that for every front side exercise we give our client, we should have about 2 backside exercises in there. So that's going to be a real nice variation and addition to your hurricane. Right now in our current hurricane number 4, you had 3 exercises on the power tower. I just gave you about 3 more with variations that you could either replace or add into the hurricane so that in that 6 to 8 minute period, you can add some more exercises because your clients at this point are getting in great shape. Now, also in that hurricane number 4, you saw we had some bicep curls and triceps from the kneeling position. So now I'm going to show you the variation from the prone position. Now with the prone position, it's very safe, the lower back is supported, but I'm going to certainly work on a little bit more isolation of those arms. Okay, so here, Nicole has those elbows supported on the glide board. She has her knees bent up at 90 degrees and doing a wonderful job squeezing those arms at the top. How you feeling?
Good.
Awesome. Now, if she wanted to go one at a time, she goes one at a time. If she wanted to go with a little static equilibrium, the glide board does not move. That's a great job using the prone bicep curls. Are you feeling a burn yet?
Yeah, bring it.
She said just a little bit, so I can always add that up and relax, take a nice little rest. Now, a superset with prone bicep curls and tricep kickbacks is wonderful. As she comes on up, I'm going to lower it because this is a hard exercise. Notice she pinched the shoulder blades. She keeps her elbows parallel to the ground, and she's kicking it back. The hands are outside of the glide board, and she can go 2 arms or 1 arm with that. Is that incline okay, Nicole?
Good.
Perfect. It's most important that you get the squeeze on that tricep. You want to really work on getting that tricep squeeze. Keeping your elbows tucked in, hands are gently out. Oh, she's going a little static equilibrium, baby. Keep it working. Keep it working. Burn out those triceps. Yes.
Go, baby.
And relax. Beautiful job on that. She anchors down. So the prone bicep curl and tricep kickback is a wonderful combination to work on those arms. So you have backside shoulders, and instead of this time going with the kneeling or seated bicep curl and tricep kickback, we went prone. And we need a little bit more isolation, vary it up. The more you vary your routine, the better. And about 10 to 15 repetitions for those biceps and triceps is a great way to work on that. Now the triceps is a great muscle to work because when the triceps are sleek and when they're tight, they look good. And yes, there is vanity in our profession if you haven't figured that out. Our clients do want to look good. So one of the best exercises for the tricep development is dips, tricep dips. Now, Nicole just put the dip bar, she lifted the dip bar up so we can do our dips. She's going to come to the end here. We're going to detach the pulley system from the glide board. Okay? She's going to sit toward the end of the glide board. Her feet are going to come up onto the glide board eventually after she holds on to the dips. And I'll vary the incline. Obviously, if I go higher, Nicole, is it going to get harder or easier? Yeah.
Little harder.
Little harder as I go up because she's now pressing up against gravity. So if I wanted it easy, I go down. Your beginning clients that aren't quite strong enough yet, start low. That's the beauty about it. And the nice thing also about this is her shoulders are protected, her back is protected, her neck's not getting involved. A lot of times with bench dips, your neck and shoulders, your client's necks and shoulders can get involved. This, look at her head supported. As long as she doesn't go too deep and she keeps good integrity of the elbow and shoulder joint about 90 degrees, she can really isolate on those triceps. Yes, there's some shoulder development because there's a pressing action. Now, Nicole went from her feet down in the glide board to the tabletop position at 90 degrees. This is going to recruit some additional involvement of the core, of the rectus abdominis fascium. So as we do here about 10 to 15 repetitions, really gets challenging. Nicole, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah. So, and take a nice little rest, coming all the way back down. Notice what she does. She puts the feet down to the glide board. She puts her feet on the ground, which is an anchored position. Now, we're not done quite yet. I want to show that one more time. Because when you add the tricep dip into your routine, into Hurricane number 4, or wherever you want to put it, a great exercise, I love to get 2 sets of the dips. Work on kickbacks, work on those movements, but also add the dips in. So one more time, feet down is easier, legs up 90-90 is a little more challenging for the core, and she works that. Now I'm going to really get in here. By the way, part of my assessment when I'm working, this could be a test for your clients. Put it at a certain level, like 25 degrees or 20 degrees, and see how many they can do at that level and max it out. But here today, we're doing about 10 to 15 repetitions, squeezing it out. At the very top of your motion, squeeze those arms, baby. Squeeze those arms. Feel that burn.
Yeah.
Good. Feel that burn. Go down real slow. Real slow. That's the eccentric variation that you can add and push up. Good. And slow on the eccentric negative and explode up. Good. So any of these movements, vary the speed, will vary the intensity. Slow on the eccentric and explode up. One more time, Nicole. Slow, slow, slow. Squeeze at the top, hold, and excellent job right there. Coming all the way out. Feet go down, and great job right there. So in Hurricane number 4, in this garage clip, we showed some variations and some new exercises too, using the apparatus here of the dip bar, okay, using it for the tricep dips. Great exercises, great variations, 10 to 15 repetitions for them, or you can maximally challenge your people by also, you saw it, adding a different speed. Slow on the eccentric, slow on the negative. Nicole, how are you feeling?
Good.
Feeling good? Look at those triceps looking all jacked up and looking good on that stuff. So in this garage clip, use the variations, challenge your clients, and continue to educate, motivate, and inspire your clients to reach another level of performance. Thanks for joining me. I'm Todd Durkin. God bless you.